Good evening, Verona. In what locals are calling the worst lunch break in history, two of our series' finest young men are dead. A newlywed is on the run. And the prince just fined two families enough to fund a National Olympic Games. Was it gang violence? Was it family drama? Or just hot boy making hot choices in a 40 degrees Celsius weather? We've got exclusive details coming up after this.
What you need isn't more passion, it's potion. Introducing Friar Lawrence's herbal remedies, crafted from ancient texts, monastery gardens, and just enough dramatic irony.
Let's rewind. This morning, Romeo Montague was getting married in secret to Juliet Capulet. Yes, that Juliet, and yes, those Capulets. Meanwhile, his two bros, Benvolio, the voice of reason, and Mercutio, the human embodiment of Hold My Wine, was wandering around the street looking for him. Because apparently, ghosting your squad after your own wedding is a Montague's family tradition.
Dudes, it's hot. Let's go home.
You have fought a man for breathing too loud.
Then enter Thibault, Capulet's angriest nephew. He sent Romeo a dual invite, yes, like Evie, but with the blood. Why? Because Romeo dared to attend a party and look at his cousin.
Where's Romeo? Where are you, Romeo?
In Thibault's world, that is a capital offense. Romeo shows up, freshly married, wipes immaculate, and tries to de-escalate with love.
I love you too well, you're my family now.
We're taking verbal L's now? I'll fight him.
Hey, stop.
And here's the moment that broke Verona. Romeo hugs Mercutio mid-duel, creating a perfect blind spot for Thibault to shank him from under Romeo's arms. Mercutio dies not from the wound, but from the betrayal of poor situational awareness.
Mercutio, wake up. I'll play it on both of your houses. No, wake up. Why would you hug me, bro? Wake up, no.
We're now joined by Dr. Lorenzo Juan Marijuan, author, philosopher, and Verona's only certified expert in why you shouldn't stab your problems. Doctor, help us understand, how did we get here?
Chad, my dear. What transpired today was not a tragedy. It was a multi-platform communication collapse. Romeo Montague, a man who wrote the entire sonnet about a girl who wouldn't text him back, chose today, of all day, to ghost his best friend, stick into the enemy territory, and play the human shield during a sword fight. What an idiot. This is why I've been petitioning the prince to fund, a Verona's first conflict resolution app. Imagine this. Chat with me. Are you with me? Imagine this. You swipe left, you duel. And then you swipe right, marry. And then we also have the friar mode. We have an auto schedule secret wedding with a GPS safe chapel.
But surely, doctor, emotions were high. The heat, the honor, the...
Emotion? Chat? Hey, chat. Mercutio's biggest beef this morning was that a man wore his doublet before Easter. That's not honor. That is fashion-based hostility. Had they used modern tools, this entire fiasco could have been avoided. It's just 3 DMs. Let me show you. Romeo be like, Thibault, bro, I just married Jules. Are we cool? And then Thibault be like, you what? And then Romeo, Thibault, bro. Also, Mercutio being extra. Can we pass the bloodshed till he naps? Boom! Crisis averted. Maybe even a joint Capulet Montague branch. That's even possible, right?
What about Mercutio's famous last word? a plague on both your houses.
Ah, that is a classic case of unfiltered social media rage. You know, if Mercutio had just posted that on Verona Vine with a sad violent sound. Imagine this. POV, you die because your friend hugged you, me too. Hashtag plague on both your houses. Hashtag Romeo owe me. Hashtag sun searching, not flowers. You know, he'd have 50k likes, you know, and a GoFundMe page for his funeral. And Thibault would have slid into his DM with a my bad emoji. You can imagine that, right?
So, what's your final verdict, Doctor?
3 simple rules for Verona youth. First, never fight before you coffee. Second, if your love interests live in a walled compounds, maybe ask for a Wi-Fi password first. Third, for the love of the Saint Francis, stop treating swap file like a Tinder profile. Even this bird knows that you don't solve a relationship issue with a 14-inch sharpened steel.
Did you teach Raven that?
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for my next lecture in the next 10 minutes on a fake death as a communication strategy. Why is never appropriate, you know, except in the theater, by the way. Attendance includes 1 grieving fiance, but probably she's not coming. You know, she's not coming. She's gonna skip. Very tragic, by the way.
Thank you.
Bye, Chad.
Wisdom for the ages. Now back to the street where nobody's texting. Romeo now is realizing that his wedding day is the worst day in history. Snap! Gone is the poet. Enter the vengeance gremlin.
てめえのつけばお前はもう死んでいる。何？
And just like that, Romeo gone from groom to fugitive in under 10 minutes. Enter His Highness, the long-suffering death of Verona. He's heard enough.
Tibet kill Mercutio. Romeo kill Tibet. Romeo, you are vanished. Come back, bye. Kill Romeo. Claims your nephew started first and also died.
Moral of the story, family feuds are expensive in gold and blood. Mercutio throw the best party. Who's gonna roast Rosalie now?
I just wanna sell my gelato in peace, you know. No party, no fighting, please. No fighting. I'm poor, you know, don't have money. Peace, please, peace.
In other news, Juliet has no idea any of this happened. She's probably picking out napkins for her honeymoon. So, where do we go from here? Romeo is on the run. Next scene crying in Montois. Juliet's about to get forced into getting married with Paris. Friar Lawrence, brilliant plans. Fake death. Because nothing say true love like tricking your parents into thinking that you are dead. Join us next week on Act 4, when your backup plan is potion that look like poison. This has been Verona tonight. Where love is blind, so is common sense. Good night, Verona.
Haha, I'm dancing like a madman. Woo! Feel the energy. Yeah.